Hey, good morning and welcome to Mobile Member Spotlight. I'm Sam, Director of Membership with Exeter Area Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for joining us and learning about some of our members. This segment is looking for a sponsor for Q2. So if you or your business are interested in a little more advertising, this lives on YouTube, so it's there forever. We'd love to have you sponsor. We can't do great programs like this without members like yourselves. So today I am here at Partners Bank with Chris and Amanda. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to be here. Your branch is in Kingston. I live in Kingston, so it was kind of perfect to come on by. But yeah, throughout the Exeter area, people might not know you're here, so I'm glad that you invited me in to do this today. Well, we'll jump right in. Sound good?
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. Tell me about what makes Partners Bank unique from the competition.
I'll start this one.
Sure.
So there's actually several things that make us a unique financial institution in the area. We truly are a small community bank surrounded by large banks and large credit unions with very different goals to what we have. We're a mutual bank, so we're not beholden to our stockholders, which gives us flexibility. If the market changes, we can pivot pretty quickly. I've worked for banks with stockholders, and if that stock drops or rises, it changes the innovation, it changes the goal of the bank, the vision. So we don't have that kind of anchor. We also maintain, I would say, like small town America feel to our bank.
I love that.
Yeah, there's only just under 150 employees.
Ooh.
We have 11 branches, only 3 of them are in New Hampshire. So when you come to Partners or you call us, you're going to get the same people.
Great.
Yeah, there's definitely a great consistency in staff.
Mhm.
And then also great consistency in what all of our branches are doing operationally, which I think is very helpful to all of our members. Just to touch on what Chris was talking about, being a mutual bank, not everybody knows what that means. It really means that our depositors are our members. And they are literally the ones who, have ownership in the bank. We don't have, we do have a board that helps make decisions, but we're not paying dividends to stockholders. So we can put money back into our communities. And just last year, we put back just over $500,000 back into the communities that we've served, which is pretty incredible.
Yep. Our goal is 10%.
Yeah.
So
10% of
community
our
investment.
Woo!
Yeah.
Overachievers. I love that.
Yeah.
Good.
Huge.
So tell me what made you guys join Partners Bank. This is probably not your business, right? But what drew you here?
I wanted to come back to a small bank. I've worked for smaller banks in the past, but this opportunity came to work for a small community bank again. And it's really in line with what I want to do, because it's not just about, a lot of people look at banks as just numbers and spreadsheets, but we really do work hand in hand with the community and nonprofits. So I wanted to be in a bank that was involved in local nonprofits I care about. The YMCA, for example, with the Austin 17 House, PMAC in Portsmouth, a lot of local food banks. So yes, my job is to get in deposits, but also to be out in the community, which I love.
Yeah,
so.
I would definitely mirror that. Really, I worked at a smaller bank, a local bank, more commercial side. I really wanted to be able to dig in, be part of the community that I serve. I like to feel like I'm helping people. I really do. I've worked in larger companies before. We were a little detached. I like to feel like I'm actually helping people be more successful in their financial future. And so if I can give advice, even if it's just to our local community members to, put them in a better financial position, whether that be on the commercial side or the consumer side of things, that makes me feel good. And that's a big part of the reason I do what I do.
I think everybody, you want to get that fulfillment from your job. And it sounds like with Partners, you've certainly got that. So tell me, what's your most memorable story? Maybe you each have one.
Something really incredible that we just were able to be a part of was the
paddle plunge.
The paddle plunge at Camp Lincoln. That was a lot of fun, with some members of our staff.
What about you, Chris?
I guess kind of a funny story, but also highlights how hands-on we are. I recently, I visit businesses and offices to install their scanners sometimes.
Yes, okay.
Most banks would just send them with instructions. We actually go to the house. And I went it was in Lebanon, Maine, and I walked into the office. Probably the biggest dog I've ever seen in my life. Like, I could have got on it and rode it around like a horse. And it was barking, and it was terrifying. But me and my colleague got through it, shaking, but we installed it and went out. So we truly will go above and beyond. Even if your dog is terrifying, we'll come to your house. So
it's okay, Fluffy. It's okay.
Yeah.
So tell me, if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself right before you joined Partners?
It would probably not to be nervous. My first day here in Sanford, our headquarters, I saw the CEO just walking around the building, chatting to people about their weekend, introduced himself to me. Every time I go to an office, everyone's really friendly. It really does. It sounds corny, but it really does feel like a family here. And, you get to know people so quickly. Yeah. And even just teamsing me, asking me questions about their trip to England, like, what train should I take from this place, Chris?
So good.
So it's, the people here are lovely.
Don't be afraid to really be yourself. In reality, everyone here is a team. Everyone wants you to succeed. And that comes from the top down, you know what I mean? Like, everyone is so goal focused on helping the bank succeed. Everyone knows that to help each other succeed helps the bank succeed. And so no one person is holding down another person. Every person is literally trying to help you move forward with whatever it is you're trying to do. And I feel like as a culture, that doesn't always happen. I've definitely been in other places where that doesn't always happen. And so it's quite refreshing.
Let's not talk about work for a second. What's your local go-to spot?
So I'll go two. The first one, I live close to it, and my friend would kill me if I didn't plug her business, Flamingos.
Best coffee ever.
And amazing breakfast sandwiches, great atmosphere. But I probably say my go-to spot, I live in Exeter. And we can walk there, is Shooters.
Excellent.
Great food, cheap pizza, cheap beer. It's probably the only place around where I can see a construction worker and a lawyer walk in and everyone's on an even playing field. It's truly a community spot. They do a lot of good fundraising in town too. They have the weekly fund they have as well, the children's fund.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, obviously I'm here in Kingston. Our branch is located legitimately right next to, not only a chamber member, but also, one of our account holders. They're near and dear to our heart, and that is Carriage Town. The food's fantastic. Their service is fabulous. The ownership is incredible. They are so giving to the Kingston community. Yeah. They recently won an awesome award, the Burger Award for the chamber. That is definitely, if you walked around and asked everybody here in our office where their go-to is, it would definitely be Carriage Town.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I concur. I love that. All right. Tell me, what's the best advice that you've ever given or received?
Mine's pretty basic, but have you ever heard Eat That Frog?
Yes. Yeah.
The Eat Your Frog's always stuck with me. I even have a little plastic frog in my laptop bag, which they gave me at the time. Because the idea of just eating that frog, doing the hardest, worst thing possible in the morning, and then opening up your day.
I think the one that I have gotten the most use out of, more like a business philosophy in general, is the three-legged stool approach, which basically, to break it down is, every decision has to be good for you, has to be good for the client, has to be good for the business, right? And so if the three dynamics don't work, that's probably not a decision that you are going to make.
All right, so now it's time for the speed round. We're going to switch gears here. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Email or phone call?
Phone call.
Email.
Ooh. E-calendar or paper calendar?
Definitely. I've never owned a paper calendar. E-calendar.
Same. E-calendar.
Excellent.
All day.
What's your inbox? Zero or chaos?
Complete
Chaos.
chaos.
Yeah.
Complete chaos.
Both of us chaos.
Yes.
Resounding.
Maybe controlled. It's controlled chaos.
Yeah, okay,
Ooh,
I'll go
yeah.
control chaos.
I understand that too. All right. What's your work soundtrack? Music, podcast, silence?
Silence. I can't do any background noise.
At work, silence. Like I am also distracted by other sounds and things going on.
And what is your networking go-to move, Chris?
Mine's always to stand near the food because one, you get the best food, but two, it's the one place everyone's going to go to eventually, and you can grab them.
I go right to it, right? Like I'm like, I'm going to grab a cocktail and then I'm beelining it for somebody that I probably have never met before.
Got it.
And introducing myself and what I do and who, you know, what I'm doing there and what are you doing here? You know what I mean? Like, and it's usually to ask a question about the person that you're standing in front of first versus talking about myself. But yeah, I'm like that person who's like, hey, you know what? Let me loose. I'm going to talk to everybody in this place.
Well, guys, thank you so much for having me here today, for educating me a bit more about Partners Bank. I know you've been great members for a while now, and we hope to continue that for many more years to come. I know that you also have a great sponsorship coming up soon, which we're excited to work with you guys on, and hopefully that continues as a small community bank. I think people need that these days, and I love that it's right here in Kingston. Thanks for watching. If you are interested, again, in sponsoring a quarter, you can be in the hot seat as well as have your information shared. It's great to bring so many amazing members information to the rest of the community. So it's Samantha Theobald, and you have a great day. Take care.
Thank you.